The Three Colors Trilogy, directed by acclaimed filmmaker Krzysztof Kieślowski, is a cinematic masterpiece consisting of three films: Blue, 1993, White, 1994, and Red, 1994. These films are thematically inspired by the three ideals of the French Revolution: liberty, equality, and fraternity, and each movie is associated with the colors of the French flag. The trilogy is renowned for its exploration of complex human emotions and the interconnectedness of its characters, each film standing alone yet contributing to a larger narrative tapestry. Kieślowski's profound storytelling is complemented by the evocative scores of composer Zbigniew Preisner, whose music adds depth and resonance to the trilogy's intricate emotional layers. Blue, the first film in the series, stars Juliette Binoche as Julie, a woman dealing with the aftermath of a tragic car accident that claims the lives of her husband and daughter. The film explores the theme of liberty, as Julie attempts to liberate herself from the past and the emotional ties that bind her. She retreats into isolation, selling her home and moving into a Parisian apartment to start anew. However, her past gradually intrudes upon her solitude, compelling Julie to confront the remnants of her previous life. Through her journey, the film examines the illusion of freedom and the subtle ways in which human connections persist, despite efforts to sever them. Kieślowski's use of the color blue permeates the film, symbolizing both the melancholy of loss and the serene beauty of liberation. The second installment, White, shifts the focus to the theme of equality and follows the story of Karol, portrayed by Zbigniew Preisner. Karol, a Polish immigrant in France, struggles with the humiliation of an impotent marriage to his French wife Dominique, played by Juliette Binoche. The narrative unfolds as Karol returns to Poland, penniless and determined to restore his dignity and achieve equality on his terms. The film's tone veers into dark comedy, reflecting Karol's cunning and resilience as he navigates the socio-economic disparities between France and post-communist Poland. Through his entrepreneurial ventures, Karol seeks revenge and ultimately reconciliation with Dominique, inverting the power dynamics that once oppressed him. The color white symbolizes both the blank slate of new beginnings and the stark, often harsh, reality of striving for equality. Red, the final film in the trilogy, intertwines the lives of Valentine, a young model played by Irene Jacob, and a retired judge portrayed by Jean-Louis Trintignant. Set in Geneva, Red delves into the concept of fraternity, exploring how seemingly disparate lives can intersect in profound and unforeseen ways. Valentine's chance encounter with the judge, who eavesdrops on his neighbor's private conversations, sets off a chain reaction of events that reveal the interconnectedness of human experiences. The film's narrative weaves a tapestry of fate, chance, and moral redemption, culminating in a powerful and introspective meditation on the bonds that unite and divide us. The color red suffuses the film, representing both the warmth of human connection and the intensity of passion and moral conflict. The Three Colors Trilogy concludes with an unexpected convergence of its central characters, as the survivors of a ferry accident include Julie, Karol, and Valentine, among others. This ending not only ties the trilogy's narratives together, but also underscores Kieślowski's exploration of destiny and interconnectedness. Each film, while distinct in its storytelling and thematic focus, contributes to a holistic meditation on the human condition and the philosophical ideals of liberty, equality, and fraternity. Kieślowski's masterful direction, combined with the nuanced performances of the cast and Preisner's hauntingly beautiful score, cements the trilogy as a landmark achievement in world cinema. Through its rich symbolism, emotional depth, and narrative complexity, the Three Colors Trilogy continues to captivate audiences and inspire critical reflection on the intricate tapestry of human life. The Three Colors Trilogy, directed by Krzysztof Kieślowski, consists of three films: Blue, 1993, White, 1994, and Red, 1994, each named after the colors of the French flag and exploring the themes of liberty, equality, and fraternity, respectively. One fascinating behind-the-scenes tidbit involves the director's unique method of storytelling. Kieślowski was known for his meticulous attention to detail, often using color grading and lighting to evoke emotion subtly. For instance, in Blue, the color blue is ubiquitously used to represent the protagonist's emotional turmoil and search for freedom following her family's tragic loss. This intricate use of color as a narrative device is a hallmark of Kieślowski's craftsmanship, making the trilogy not just a visual feast, but a deeply emotional journey. In terms of trivia, the trilogy is a treasure trove of interconnected motifs and subtle nods that keen-eyed viewers might appreciate. One of the more intriguing Easter eggs involves a recurring character, an elderly person attempting to deposit a bottle in a recycling bin, seen in all three films. This character symbolizes the universality of human struggle and connection across different societal spectrums, subtly linking the three stories. Another interesting fact is the casting of Juliette Binoche, who was initially considered for a role in The Double Life of Véronique, but ultimately became the lead in Blue, showcasing Kieślowski's penchant for collaborating with actors who embody the emotional depth of his characters. The trilogy also delves into psychological explorations, which have been a subject of analysis and admiration. Each film presents a protagonist grappling with personal and philosophical dilemmas that mirror the trilogy's overarching themes. Blue examines the idea of liberation through the lens of grief and self-reinvention. White tackles equality, using humor and irony to explore the dynamics of power and revenge in a faltering marriage. Red addresses fraternity through chance encounters and the invisible threads connecting lives. This psychological depth not only enriches the narrative, but invites viewers to reflect on their own lives and relationships, a testament to Kieślowski's profound understanding of human nature. One of the trilogy's most compelling aspects is its use of music, composed by Zbigniew Preisner, which plays an integral role in shaping the film's emotional landscapes. In Blue, the unfinished concerto by the protagonist's late husband becomes a symbol of her emotional journey and a vehicle for her eventual catharsis. The music in White and Red similarly enhances the storytelling, providing an auditory reflection of the characters' inner worlds. Preisner's compositions are not merely background scores, but are essential to the film's narratives, illustrating Kieślowski's vision of a harmonious blend of visual and auditory art forms. The trilogy's impact and legacy extend far beyond its initial release, influencing countless filmmakers and earning a revered place in cinematic history. Kieślowski's approach to storytelling, characterized by its philosophical depth and visual symbolism, has inspired directors like Alejandro González Iñárritu and Darren Aronofsky. The films have been studied for their artistic and narrative techniques in film schools worldwide, testament to their enduring influence. Moreover, the trilogy's exploration of universal themes continues to resonate with audiences, making it a timeless reflection on the human condition. Finally, it's worth noting the trilogy's cultural significance, particularly in the context of European cinema in the early 1990s. Emerging from a post-Cold War Europe, the films reflect a continent in transition, grappling with new freedoms and challenges. Kieślowski, a Polish director working in France, brought a unique perspective to the trilogy, blending Eastern and Western European sensibilities. This cultural synthesis not only enriched the film's narratives, but also positioned the trilogy as a seminal work that transcends geographical and temporal boundaries, continuing to captivate and inspire new generations of movie lovers around the world.